Love and unselfishness. 1. Unselfishness is more paying, only people have not the patience to practice it. 2. Do not stand on a high pedestal and take 5 cents in your hand and say, "Here, my poor man." But be grateful that the poor man is there, so that by making a gift to him, you are able to help yourself. It is not the receiver that is blessed, but it is the giver. Be thankful that you are allowed to exercise your power of benevolence and mercy in the world, and thus become pure and perfect. 3. By means of the constant effort to do good to others, we are trying to forget ourselves. This forgetfulness of self is the one great lesson we have to learn in life. Man thinks foolishly that he can make himself happy, and after years of struggle finds out at last that true happiness consists in killing selfishness, and that no one can make him happy except himself. 4. That which is selfish is immoral, and that which is unselfish is moral. 5. Learn that the whole of life is giving, that nature will force you to give. So give willingly. You come into life to accumulate. With clenched hands, you want to take. But nature puts a hand on your throat and makes your hands open. Whether you will it or not, you have to give. The moment you say, "I will not," the blow comes. You are hurt. None is there but will be compelled in the long run to give up everything. 6. This is the gist of all worship: to be pure and to do good to others. He who sees Shiva in the poor, in the weak, and in the diseased really worships Shiva. And if he sees Shiva only in the image, his worship is but preliminary. 7. This unselfishness is the test of religion. He who has more of this unselfishness is more spiritual and nearer to Shiva. And if a man is selfish, even though he has visited all the temples, seen all the places of pilgrimage, and painted himself like a leopard, he is still further off from Shiva. 8. It is love and love alone that I preach, and I base my teaching on the great Vedantic truth of the sameness and omnipresence of the soul of the universe. 9. First bread and then religion. We stuff them too much with religion when the poor fellows have been starving. No dogmas will satisfy the cravings of hunger. You may talk doctrines by the millions. You may have sects by the hundreds of millions. Aye, but it is nothing until you have the heart to feel. Feel for them as your Veda teaches you, till you find they are parts of your own bodies, till you realize that you are they, the poor and the rich, the saint and the sinner, are all parts of one infinite whole, which you call Brahman. 10. Feel for the miserable and look up for help. It shall come. I have traveled 12 years with this load in my heart and this idea in my brain. I have gone from door to door of the so-called rich and great. With a bleeding heart, I have crossed half the world to this strange land, seeking for help. The Lord is great. I know He will help me. I may perish of cold or hunger in this land, but I bequeath to you, young men, this sympathy, this struggle for the poor, the ignorant, the oppressed. 11. This life is short. The vanities of the world are transient, but they alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. 12. I do not believe in a religion or God which cannot wipe the widow's tears or bring a piece of bread to the orphan's mouth. 13. Love never fails, my son. Today or tomorrow or ages after, truth will conquer. Love shall win the victory. Do you love your fellow men? 14. Where would you go to seek for God? Are not all the poor, the miserable, the weak God? Why not worship them first? Why go to dig a well on the shores of the Ganga? 15. Believe in the omnipotent power of love. Have you love? You are omnipotent. Are you perfectly unselfish? If so, you are irresistible. It is character that pays everywhere. 16. My heart is too full to express my feeling. You know it. You can imagine it. So long as the millions live in hunger and ignorance, I hold every man a traitor who, having been educated at their expense, pays not the least heed to them. I call those men who strut about in their finery, having got all their money by grinding the poor, wretches, so long as they do not do anything for those 200 millions who are now no better than hungry savages. We are poor, my brothers, we are nobodies, but such have been always the instruments of the Most High. 17. I do not care for liberation or for devotion. I would rather go to 100,000 hells, doing good to others, silently like the spring. This is my religion. 18. I shall work incessantly until I die, and even after death I shall work for the good of the world. Truth is infinitely more weighty than untruth. So is goodness. If you possess these, they will make their way by sheer gravity. 19. All expansion is life, all contraction is death, all love is expansion, all selfishness is contraction. Love is therefore the only law of life. He who loves, lives. He who is selfish is dying. Therefore, love for love's sake, because it is the only law of life, just as you breathe to live. This is the secret of selfless love, selfless action, and the rest. 20. Who will give the world light? Sacrifice in the past has been the law. It will be, alas, for ages to come. The earth's bravest and best will have to sacrifice themselves for the good of many, for the welfare of all. Buddhas by the 100 are necessary with eternal love and pity. 21. May I be born again and suffer thousands of miseries, so that I may worship the only God that exists, the only God I believe in, the sum total of all souls, and above all, my God, the wicked, my God, the miserable, my God, the poor of all races, of all species, is the special object of my worship. 22. Our best work is done, our greatest influence is exerted when we are without thought of self. 23. Religions of the world have become lifeless mockeries. What the world wants is character. The world is in the need of those whose life is one burning love, selfless. That love will make every word tell like a thunderbolt. 24. Self-sacrifice, not self-assertion, is the law of the highest universe. 25. Religion comes with intense self-sacrifice. Desire nothing for yourself. Do all for others. This is to live and move and have your being in God. 26. None will be left, none destroyed. All will in the end be made perfect. Say day and night, come up, my brothers. You are the infinite ocean of purity. Be God. Manifest as God.